What's up, everybody? Billy here, checking in again. So we are up to episode 3 of the Colorado elk and mule deer hunt. So this is probably one of my favorites from this whole trip, and I think y'all will like it too. So this one is just to kind of set the stage. So we're all sitting around the bonfire, and this is Monday night. So those of you that have been following along, you know that this is the night that we had all gotten back up into the mountains, and this is our first night in camp together. So we're actually sharing. We just actually got done when I turned the recorder on. We just got done with dinner, and we ate an entire backstrap, just the 5 of us. That was incredible. So with Sean, aka Tard, with him being tagged out, he was hunkered down in camp for the day and got all the food prepared and everything, and he had packed in some stuff to cook with. So he packed in some Italian dressing, cans of potatoes, some vegetables and stuff like that, so that we had a nice little dinner when we got back from our evening hunt. So we were all pretty revved up. This is like I said, our first night in camp all together. And so the drinks were flowing. We were kind of celebrating the hunt for the first time together with Sean's success shooting the bull, and that was his first elk. So there was a lot of energy, and it was a lot of fun, and you'll certainly hear that in this podcast. And as I listen back to this, it's kind of ironic. We were all kind of on cloud 9 and talking pretty confidently about what we were going to do the next day, and little did we know that we were going to have a pretty wild morning out on the side of the mountain with the mule deer. And the following morning, Tuesday morning, Brian shot once and missed, Danny shot once and missed, and I shot twice and missed. And so we had all the opportunity in the world to actually make happen what we were hoping was going to happen and what we were talking about. And turns out it was our best opportunities was that following morning. So won't take anything back. And again, the way that these hunts play out, the best nights, some of the best memories are in camp together, sitting around a fire, telling stories and cracking jokes. And I think you all really enjoy this and tune in. And really appreciate everybody following along here and getting some good feedback. And we're really enjoying sharing our hunt with everyone in this manner. So we got a couple more episodes to come after this, and we'll try to wrap up this Western hunt series and get on to the upstate deal here, the whitetail hunting and everything else that we got going on here in New York. So thanks again, and make sure to subscribe, follow us on our social media channels, and keep listening. So thank you, and have a good one.
Had the navigation on. It says we're going to be here at 350 when we left.
Mm-hmm.
It's going down to 340. We stop. It goes back up to 350. So we're fighting that the whole way, right? We're making minutes here and there. So Slicky takes a 20-minute nap, and it says we got 3 hours and 50 minutes to go, right? And the navigation got shut off because it's through our phones.
Oh.
And Danny restarted it. It says 3 hours, 20 minutes. Billy wakes up and he's like, we're like, we crushed it, half hour. Or it was said we are gonna be here at 3:20 instead of 3:50.
Yeah.
He's like, how the hell did you do that? I go, you were sleeping? Don't worry about it.
You're like, yeah, I was driving 100. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, the way you're driving, I believe it.
He would if he could.
Yeah.
So
We
it's pretty
opened up
funny.
like a Google app instead of the Apple app.
And it
And
shaved
it took
a
a
half hour.
half hour off for
And even with that accident, we still got
He did.
22 and a half hours.
We did, with just 2 of us.
Yeah, that's
But
crazy.
What you got there in your hand there, senor?
Senior T.O.
Lots of water.
Little H2O.
Oh my.
I'm on it. I
Is
got
that-
this figured out.
Is that water or is that vodka?
That's water.
You want a sip?
No.
Where did that come from?
Deep Creek.
Is it sterilized?
Ricardo just went for a walk. Probably not.
Probably not.
Vodka sterilizes it, right?
He hasn't. He's been drinking right out of the creek the whole time.
I'll,
Yeah,
Is he really?
I prefer to not find out what that feels like.
I think you already did.
Yeah?
Too late.
Great. Okay.
Too late on that one.
Because we're stopping now.
That means I'm going to smell like Danny tomorrow?
Who cares what you smell like? It's what comes out.
You just
That
want to make sure
matters.
it comes out.
Yeah, if the water's flowing good, this water's as good as it's gonna get. So
You think so?
think about it, you know, people have drank spring water forever, you know, hundreds of years.
This thing
Comes out of the ground.
Yeah.
You
this
don't
is
know.
coming out of the ground because it's not even coming out of a.
I mean, if it was like
Oh,
a
yeah.
pool,
I know.
All you
like,
know though is that
you know
there's a
what I
freaking elk wallow up above there, full of Paducey water.
Yeah.
Does that really matter? I think if you drink a little of that,
Is that why I
Sure.
saw those elk tonight?
maybe you'll pull the hammer back and then squeeze the trigger next time.
Oh, okay.
For the
That-
record, there is definitely not an elk wallow above that
No.
No.
We were
stream
above
that's
it.
coming out.
Okay. So
That
you
is
inspected the
finally
stream.
Serious spring water. We were above it.
no, if it's questionable, I'll definitely filter it. But
I'm a
How
big
do you
fan of
know if
filtering
it's
it.
questionable?
you kind of follow it up.
You know what, Danny? We used to go to Sweetwater
And
there.
like over there, I was filling up, and I can follow the creek up with
Yeah.
my eyes
And
to a
then stop.
rock. and
Yeah.
it's pouring out of the rock.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's how
Yeah, it can't get much
You-
better.
you can drink shittier water from a bottle. In my
Probably.
eyes. You know, purified.
Yeah. As
What?
Brian's filling up water, when him and I went over to that stream earlier, and he's upstream, and I'm filling up downstream, and I'm like, I wonder how long it takes for that water that he's upstream, kicking up dirt and mud and.
We drank water out of Sweetwater Creek, you know, and Chris had been there a couple times before me, and it's flowing. You know, it's a big creek, so there's a lot coming in. We always drank it. Well, the one campsite had a hose or a pipe coming out of the side of the mountain, which was better, but we always drank it right out of the creek. And then the one trip we went up top, the second one, and the lake that was
What was it like called though?
the lake was. Well, we named it Dead Horse Lake because there was a dead horse
Yeah.
on the friggin' edge of the lake. After
No.
that, we started filtering water.
Yeah.
But that's nothing.
You found a dead horse in there?
There was a dead horse on the side of the edge of the lake,
Really?
and that lake overflowed into the creek.
That
You got the
they water
podcast
out
going
of.
now.
Yeah.
But that's way different. Like Tard
That
said,
meat's
that's a
running right
big
through me,
creek. There's
Danny.
all kinds of shit feeding for a long ways. These little streams here that are coming out of the rocks.
All right, now we're gonna start pushing it.
This is kind of
Oh,
a
yeah.
test.
Starving kids in Africa. Slap a little juice on there.
Oh yeah.
Get it all.
Oh, right
Whip
up on it.
that elk juice.
Get in your pores.
Thanks, buddy.
It helps your stock.
Tard, your
Since
underpants
that's
are falling
hammering
off.
down already. I'll keep going.
You see one of them Democrats?
Looking like a fool with your pants on the ground.
What's your beef?
Your pants are falling off. Need some suspenders or what?
I wore my tight fitting jeans for you boys.
Get your skinny jeans on. How's the mixologist doing over there?
I'm drunk because I've been tested so many times to get it right. All right, we're not even testing it again. It's just gonna be. We'll give it a little.
Shaking a tickle.
Danny, you gonna have a taste? The mixologist needs a taste tested.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you gotta taste this one. It's a
drizzle.
different batch.
No, that'll do.
Okay, that'll do.
That's gonna do.
I'll take a little
A little
taste.
bit of vodka in there.
Let's have a little
Here.
toast on this.
All
one.
Hey, a toast to
you
that.
just
Here's to the first freaking elk kill on this.
There you go.
Bam,
There we
bam,
go.
bam.
Hold on, get the geriatric fuck in here.
Eat your Geritol there, Danny boy.
good job, boys.
Oh,
You know-
man.
We figured it would happen, but we always figured it would happen.
Well,
But it happened.
We all knew, it's just fun that we all talked about you guys were gonna come in here, everybody talks a huge line of shit.
yeah, I know.
But you guys came in here and got it done on opening day. It's awesome.
It was awesome.
Yeah. And it's cool that you
And
guys
it
are
happened. It's so funny the way it happened. You
Yeah.
know, it's just you never know how it's going
That's all we wanted to do. during bow season was to call an elk in and
And-
have the other one shoot at it,
And we couldn't.
and it just never worked out that way.
Last
it was always
year?
like
Yeah.
they're always on the outskirts. They never wanted to come in or anything. And like this one was like Bob said, it was like
It's
on a
just
string. It
the
came
time
right
of the
in.
day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Think
And
about turkey
it was
hunting.
like it couldn't be any perfect. It was like
Yep.
textbook.
Yeah.
Well, we
And then
waited
you were
the
right
whole
there,
year
too.
It's
to
like
get
what you
even,
actually
and we
see
got
in the
even,
movies.
know?
Yeah.
But you call a turkey 8 days in a row,
I know.
and they go
Right.
the other way.
Right.
The next day, you go in there,
Who would expect?
runs in on a string.
I know. Who would expect a bull that caliber to be sitting up there by himself?
I know. It's bizarre.
Well,
It is.
And this bull wasn't as impressive tonight that I saw with all those cows.
So that must be these.
it's just like a creeper. You're just kind of up in the corner watching what's going on down there.
Yeah.
You know,
He's like,
rubbing, he's up there slapping, pissing all over everything.
is it warm yet?
You wonder if maybe they're trying to get a big herd at some point. Like maybe that guy had another herd over the hill that he knew was just gonna be there.
Yeah, no,
I
he
don't
wouldn't
know
leave
how it works
anything
like
that he's
that.
got gathered.
It was pretty cool watching that bull tonight with those cows. Because he was just,
Yeah.
he was right on
Especially
them.
with the
Was he
bucks.
making a lot of noise?
No, he didn't make any noise. He was
He
walking
wasn't,
around like he was.
chuckling. You remember that one when we were watching him? He was fucking chuckling.
If I was,
He was
if I
He
was,
was running to the other side.
if I was a little bit closer, I might have been. He was doing something where he was going like he was about to bugle,
Yeah.
but he wasn't. I couldn't
He
hear
was
him.
probably just going. Whoop, whoop,
Yeah, he was
that
probably
little-
He
clunking
was
or
trying to
whatever.
get a taste.
Yeah,
that
he
one-
just wanted to lick.
Yeah, but then he went. Those bucks were over there fighting, and he went over there and he pushed all those bucks away from his cows.
That's
That
weird.
was the
they were
coolest thing.
together.
Well, you
Man,
learn
that's
a lot
awesome.
Yeah,
from hunting in Unit 62 and watching what they, because they're the same with the cows, the
The-
Black Angus.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So you come over the hill, and there's 40 Black Angus there. Well, here comes the 1,800-pound. I don't know how much of them big bulls.
They're,
were.
some of them are big there.
They're like a couple thousand pounds.
16, 18, maybe.
They're
the
big.
Angus.
Yeah, they're
Yep.
big.
Yeah.
So here comes that bull with a 55-gallon drum head, and he starts doing that. He was chuckling.
Glunkin or whatever.
Yep. Me and Tard ran into him, and
What'd the bull do? The Angus.
he started like grunting and chuckling, and he ran right up, got between us and the cows, and he pushed all them cows down the hill.
The actual Angus cows.
Yeah.
The bull did.
Yep.
No shit.
And he wouldn't have been happy. He wasn't happy we were there.
Oh, I run into
But-
that fucker.
I can't imagine.
that had his ass right. His head. He was halfway into a lick, and he turned around and he seen me and holy fuck! I said, Jesus Christ, I'm going to have to shoot this motherfucker. in the head."
Nice and Black Angus.
Yeah, I don't.
Bones tonight.
And that's what he did. Oh man, did he give me a fucking look?
Were you with me, Tard? Or I came
Well,
over a little
you've been
hill
around
and I
cows
ran
your
right
whole
into the
life.
whole
Yeah,
herd.
but you can't trust a
I don't
bull.
remember
No.
that.
Never.
No.
Not an
We
old
ran
bull.
into him on the road,
You cannot trust him.
On the
That's what I
four-wheeler.
know.
Yeah.
just like the muley.
Smoking
I
mule
wouldn't want to
too.
hunt anywhere
With
with,
my
with
left
them.
leg.
I did not like that.
No.
Because I know I've heard of plenty of people that got trampled by bulls.
Yeah.
Telling you, he was doing like that chuckle.
Yeah.
It was
This
like
guy,
a high pitch.
but he took all his cows, just like you said. He got the
just
frig out of
but
Dodge.
He looped around him.
But do you remember that bull on the hillside too? When we were watching him come down, he was chuckling and like
Oh,
keeping track of all his cows. He didn't stop making noise all the way down that hill. He was.
They're all different.
All the way down that hill.
Yeah.
He was fucking making some sort
He
of
was
noise.
screaming. The bull. He was
Out.
bugling. Or which one are you talking about?
Remember when we were in '62? We see him the one night and then we went back.
The one he
You
shot
were
at.
on that.
Yeah.
I was on the other side.
He was screaming bugles, but he would just chuckle and grunt. And
He was making all.
He
trying to
was-
keep his.
Yeah.
I mean, what he had 5 or 6 cows,
yeah,
but he
five or
was.
six.
See, I
Yeah.
wonder if that bull,
He was only a 3-year-old.
that bull tonight. I mean, it doesn't seem like there's anybody around him challenging him. You know, like he
Yeah, I
didn't-
wonder what's going on because it's different than last year. Boy, there was a lot going on.
Right.
When the
last
guy
year.
said, when we talked to the guy over there on the trail, he goes, "Is good," but he goes, "It's hit or miss." Because Creek
It's
is
kind
a
of a
travel
travel
corridor.
They go back and forth.
between. He goes, "It's a travel corridor. They go back and forth."
Okay.
So he goes, "Well, but it's not always good."
What would he say about this here? He's not talking.
He laughed that we were coming up here because I think it was too far.
I think
Where he
everybody
was-
thinks this is too far.
Where he was he went as far as he could go.
Yeah.
Like
It
he said,
felt
he
too
almost
far
died
today.
getting
Well,
Yeah.
the bull
he
out.
said you got 5 guys. He's like, it's different packing a bull
Oh,
out
yeah.
with 5 guys. If you're
Well, sure, you ain't
by
gonna do it by
yourself.
yourself.
If you're by yourself, you're not coming up.
So, but he was just below us. So he's okay with that.
Yeah.
But he goes, how the hell did you guys? Because we go
Yeah,
from
that
New
was
York.
funny.
We drove 23 hours. We hiked up. He goes, how the hell do you pick this?
Yeah.
Go, gnarliest looking,
Yeah.
farthest back. You know,
You got to start somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
farther back and the gnarlier, the less
That
people
was
and the more
funny.
damage.
There
got
was
it.
people up there that 62 said, "What? You came all the way up
Yeah, they
here
said the
from
same
New
thing.
York? Like, what? Why did you come here?"
Like,
Dude,
you
I'll
start
tell
somewhere.
you. Tell me that this is not the spot.
Well,
I mean,
This is
People know about it though. Like hunters are coming up in here
But they- but
over the weekend.
they don't put the time in.
and there was no bugling. Well, there was.
yeah,
No, there was.
there was.
But there's something weird going on, like you said, that like that bull doesn't seem like he should be a herd bull that I saw tonight.
Okay,
With those
well,
cows.
the one we seen was.
Yeah. So where is he and who's he with?
And where's
you
the
know?
herd?
Right.
Yeah, we
A
don't.
herd of
yeah,
8
is
cows
there?
is
It's
in
not a
So
herd.
okay, so here was 8 with, which we suspect is a different bull than we seen Friday,
Yeah.
and he had 8. So the herd
Is
is
it
it got
split
split?
up?
Is there another 8 somewhere else?
Right.
Because
Or
there
the
was 30 cows
15?
last year.
Right.
You know what I
we
mean?
saw 5 going up over the hill over there the other day.
Maybe there
I
was
would
sp- I
not be
don't-
surprised if there's deer or elk down in
in this
this
I just-
sanctuary over here.
I can't believe the volume of deer just in this small area.
Yeah, that's
gonna be a
loaded.
few
I knew there was
others.
deer last year. But
It's
geez.
crazy.
There's
Give me
50
jihad.
deer in this basin.
The holy war going on right now.
What could we
Be
have shot?
cleansing.
We could have shot 2 does on the way down today when we're still hunting, right?
I think there's 50 deer in this basin.
Easily.
Oh, good grief!
No, there's 150.
You
For
think-
what we saw 15 just over here.
It's not 150, but
I don't
There's
know.
a lot.
there's a pile.
There
Could
might
be
be
100.
How
100.
many bucks did you see, Bill?
There was at least 8 or 10 in that group, and they just kept coming out.
Christ.
So, and we saw 4 plus the one you tried to stalk.
I almost stalked.
No, you stalked him.
Yeah.
Just say you stalked
I stalked
him.
him, but
It
he
was
got
just a- it was
It
nervous
was a
because
blown stock.
It was
It was a blown stock,
Call it
okay.
a stalk.
just
Call
call it what it is. Yeah.
You tried.
Yeah.
Wind's starting to blow a little.
But, so there's, yeah, maybe there's only 100 deer, but there
Whatever.
ain't 50.
There's a lot.
We're in them.
Yeah, we're here.
It's good to all be in camp together.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this makes the trip a lot better. Not that it wasn't fun with just Bill
No,
and
but
Dan,
it was just it was
It happened
was
last time,
hard.
too.
What were you gonna do coming in a little bit later?
No, and we wanted to give that spot
You
a chance
wanted to look
because
at it
we
'cause-
want to know when we come back again. Because if you come here and
And there's
for some
nothing.
reason nothing's going on,
Yeah,
now where are you?
I know that was the plan all along. We talked about it every time we had
That
a
was
meeting.
the plan, and that's why
'Cause
we did
looked
it.
good. So why wouldn't you check it out?
And like that guy said, it is good sometimes.
Yeah.
And
But-
look at where's the rest of the herd? Maybe you guys are missing
Well,
them.
he's seen
maybe
some
they're in the
raghorns.
timber just a little
Yeah.
bit.
Right.
Maybe they're there. You
This
know what
guy
I mean?
said
I'm
he's seen
not-
some
Look at us,
raghorns.
Tard. We walked down through here today. Probably not far from where these came from.
Yeah.
We had to.
That's the thing. I'm watching where you
Where
guys
were
were
they?
walking.
Oh, you
Dude,
see?
we
our-
walked-
Well, I see your tracks, and I kind of figure what
We
the
walked up the gut.
You walked up the middle of it.
Yeah, we took
So
it
it's a-
right
I
down
mean-
over camp and right up to the corner.
So
And
me-
there wasn't that much sign.
Robert. Let me show you on the map where they came out. 'Cause that might help you to.
You only have to miss it by a little bit.
Mhm.
You know.
200 yards.
That's right. All right. So
And we saw some decent sign.
Camp's where the blue dot is right now.
Yep.
Okay.
I got a marker camp.
all the deer and out came out of that where that X is right there.
Yep.
And I gotta believe you guys have been going through there.
Well,
It's right at pretty much right at that elevation line right
we
there.
never was in there last year. We never went in any of this.
But you want
last
to know what's funny is that Rob was telling me that he thought that all of his waypoints that he shared with me, they were all at 11,200 feet, and that's exactly where that point is. It's 11,200 feet. And
Really?
he said that when he was up in here those 2 years with Summer with his girlfriend, that they were pressuring him and they would just keep hanging. They would just go back and forth at that
11.2.
11.2.
Really?
And now I'm looking at that and that point is at 11.2.
So you got different. You got The line. See, I don't
You
have
can,
that.
so you can turn it. You can hit hybrid.
Oh, okay.
You
Here.
just keep hitting it.
Oh, I didn't do that. Okay.
So it's satellite.
Yep.
Just for shits and giggles, go to the other side and see what
Over
lever
here?
2 brings.
What do you mean the other side?
Where you guys were?
No, where
That-
Where we
this
had
this
all
is
the
the
action
11.
last
This
year.
is the 11-2
Oh,
line
last
right
year.
here.
we had all the action last year.
Up in the corner.
You guys weren't shitting.
Uh,
There's a lot of meadows in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
11-2. Is that pretty similar to where you were seeing the activity last year?
Where's the edge of the?
Where's
think about,
Buffalo?
like, where
Yeah,
we
where's
Buffalo's
were
right here.
just over
This
on
is
that
the edge
one
of it.
little meadow.
This is the corner.
It's
Yep.
nuts.
So I've got that bull marked where when we were talking, we were scouting.
Yeah.
I want to drop.
That's
that
where it
into
sounded like you guys saw
last
the-
day, and then go to the next meadow.
Yeah. Okay.
I think
that's
that
where it'll be.
next one looks
And
awesome.
I think we can beat it.
I don't know.
I
They
don't
were
know.
moving around.
Yeah,
more
they were-
last
they were-
year.
But they were all in
They
this
came
area,
up
it
the
sounded
corner
like.
and they
Telling
went
you,
way
this is-
down
this
because
is
we
how
followed
they
them
do
down that
it.
herd the one day.
Yeah,
They
the,
were
one-
all
the one
over
day they
there.
went really low.
Yeah.
They were pretty much at the bottom. It seemed
And-
like the bull was at the bottom and the cows were on each side.
Yeah,
And
and
then
you never heard it, but when we were camping at the bottom, at least 2 nights I heard
But if
cows
there's one and you shoot first,
calling
No
in,
kidding.
I will
in the dark at night
do
from
everything
my
I can to
tent.
know
Yeah,
just
so
in
they were
case.
all the way. They're all
And
over the place.
if there's more
Let's
than
get
one,
down in there and get our spots set.
but you know what I mean, like if
Where you going?
run into a group of bucks or
Where are you going?
Numb sitting here.
in the woods. We're gonna get venison.
Yeah.
It's this little thing.
The little
We're
thing you
gonna
and Danny.
finish what you started.
So what happened to you and I being
Called
hunting?
venison.
What happened
I'm
to
gonna
you and
finish
I?
what you started. When I pull the hammer back, that fucker don't even sit back for about a quarter second. Big bang, little smoke.
You know
Break
what,
a
Robert?
couple legs and then
Blood,
try,
smoke.
you know,
It's all right.
just keep reloading,
Yep.
Billy. You know,
Yep.
These are all factors
slow 'em
that.
down.
About 7 seconds, and I'll have the next one.
Yeah.
2 more legs
See,
broken.
if I would have shot, I would
7 more
it would've
seconds, I'll
taken
pull
me
one right through the boiler room.
a minute and a half to reload. Had
A
to
minute
make
and a
sure-
half?
2?
7?
7 minutes?
Well, I shot that doe twice in Letchworth, and you shot before me.
Yeah.
And then I reloaded the third time,
Sorry.
ran
you-
down the hill 100 yards, got to the doe. Yours was there. One of them was still kicking,
Mine
and
was
you
still
were
kicking.
still on the other side of the valley, going
ting, ting,
ting
ting.
ting ting.
Listen, I got that new. I got that new ramrod, and I don't need the ting tinging
Oh,
anymore.
good. I'm glad of that.
Yeah, I upgraded. I got that nice new ramrod.
Dude, don't them power belts just slide right in or what?
We do.
What about you, Billy?
No, I gotta hammer him home. Right, Brian?
I've seen it done.
Yeah.
He's not lying.
You know what? For this thing though, you know,
What's
I
the thing?
took one shot at that doe and I
And you
killed
hit
her.
See, I like to get my barrel warm.
I know. Typically, your second shot's your best shot. That's why you
And
have to
after
be good
that,
at
they get
reloading.
better.
For me, I need one shot, and I
like-
want one shot.
It's like a fine wine.
See, you like
It
to
gets
sip
better
a
with
fine
time.
wine. I just like to drink shitty wine that's cheaper, and I'll drink a bunch of it.
What's better than just a metal pot with just a who knows how well mixed vodka tea
Tastes good.
with some
Smells
water
good
that's got
enough.
for sure got
You'll
Giardia
learn.
in it.
You'll learn sooner or later
No,
to
that
get one of
vodka
these
killed it.
3-ounce mugs over here that do you real good.
That's part of my cook set. You know, it's multi-purpose. You can't do nothing with that other than drink fluid out of it.
Oh, I do all kinds of shit with that.
I could cook in that. I
Do
could
my
fry a
morning oats in that.
I could fry a make-believe backstrap of an animal that I shot.
You were so close. You pulled the hammer
Fuck,
back.
I was close.
I don't get. There's only one more step after pulling the
know.
hammer back.
But okay, let me play this out. I was a little overwhelmed. My
bet.
my
No.
senses were like,
No, I bet.
I got bucks fighting.
I know.
I got a bull tending his cows,
I know.
like literally in the same
You
sight
think the
picture.
heartbeat was up a little?
Oh my god!
It should be. And
I was
just-
setting my gun
I'm
down.
giving
And
you shit because I know how much.
Yeah.
I know how shaken I would have been.
I was
know what?
setting my gun down, and I'm
but I
just
still think I would have pulled the trigger.
You
Yeah.
probably would have, but
But
heart
maybe it
set
wouldn't have
on
been
the way
good.
up the morning, opening morning. I don't think I'm not gonna shoot anything over 100 yards. Did
Yeah.
you say that?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I was practicing further, but
I know.
100 yards, I'm.
it
pretty
looks
happy.
a lot different. Like when you
Yeah.
got that animal
No, I-
standing there,
Yeah.
and he was mingling
Just
with his
riding,
cows. I know,
Yeah.
but it's hard
No,
because
it is.
If you don't think you can make the shot,
yeah.
I've had.
I
elk-
want to know if I pull that trigger, that's a dead elk or a
I've-
dead deer immediately.
I've heard an elk and thought it was close, and my freaking knees were clattering.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think I could have pulled the hammer back.
That first time to 62 when that was a hell of a hunt that day. I stalked or you tracked these fucking things all the way up the mountain. It was a bull and a cow and a calf or whatever it was. And I knew there was a bull. I stalked for hours and got up, and by that time, you know, you're tired. Got a little sloppy somewhere. I made a little noise, and all of a sudden they jumped up.
Yeah.
And I've been following 3 tracks all day, you know, half a day. And they get up, and I see one come through, cow. Another cow, and I'm going, oh my God. It's got to be a bull. No, it's another cow. Or whatever, you know. Or that didn't come through.
Just didn't
Well,
come
the
through.
bull snuck out the back, and I seen his horn stick up above the bushes. But then the cows, I watched them. Well, that was later. I watched these cows go out. They were only 40-some yards.
Oh.
Listen to this. But I was shaking so fucking bad, Billy.
Yeah.
I had a big rock. If I don't even know if I could made the shot leaning on that
40
rock.
Really?
I never had buck fever so bad in my life.
Really?
Never, ever.
That's crazy.
And that's what Tard said too. When
I felt pretty good when I was on him. I was solid, but again,
You're
there
on
was
the
just
ground, right?
yeah, I was laying in a
So you had a-
creek bed.
yeah.
Yeah. I had a really good base, but I mean, like I put the gun down. And I was talking to myself. I'm like, just breathe. You've made this shot. You've practiced this. You can do it.
a mule deer's different.
Yeah. But that elk at 114 yards, I had him in the peep sight, and I'm looking at him, and I'm just like, he's gonna keep coming. That's all I kept thinking, is that these things are gonna be under 100 at any moment, and he was pushing those bucks,
Yeah, they were coming.
and I was starting to think, I'm like, I might just shoot this buck.
Well, yeah.
Like those are nice bucks. I'm like, I'll just shoot the buck, because if he kept pushing him like he was, if those cows didn't freak on him.
Would you have bucks 4x4 similar to what, like you took home last time?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
just
Yeah, there
nice-
was.
just nice.
They were all
4x4s?
like just nice, whether they're 2.5-year-olds or
Oh, they were probably 3.
I'm thinking
Because
they
they're
were.
pretty. The yearlings aren't big here.
The
Yeah.
yearlings aren't, and then the 2-year-olds are.
2-year-olds, they're just them basic.
So they were probably it was a bunch of 3-year-olds, and maybe
Yeah, that's what it
maybe the
was.
one that I really liked that I was watching that was pushing all the other bucks around was probably 4, and he was a little bit bigger and he was shedding his velvet. But that I never saw that the 4x4 that I saw that when I came over the radio to tell you I saw another buck,
Mhm.
I never saw him again. I only saw these other bucks
Did
sticking
any of
around.
them come this way?
No,
Yeah, I didn't figure.
they were all headed. They were gonna work their way up towards that side hill,
Mhm.
and that's where they were going. But it was funny. It was almost like
Crazy that they're
they were
bedding up
waiting.
there.
They were waiting for the sun to go down, and then the sun went down.
They're going up
And it
there.
felt like they were waiting
Oh.
for the wind to change
because the food's
Yeah.
good
to
up
really
there.
commit to go up.
I guess.
But
Because if they're all coming
the wind
down
wasn't
low,
changing,
they're
and then
up.
it
We
swirled at
figured
that
it
one
opposite.
moment. And
Yeah, so it's opposite of what we're used to.
Everything's going up to
They're
feed.
going
here.
up to
Yeah.
feed and
'Cause the
coming
timber's down
to
low.
bed.
You know,
Because it's cool down here during
You
the day.
can't trust the wind here. No.
no, but generally, the elk and the mule deer bed high,
Yeah.
come down low to feed at night. But they're doing the opposite here.
Yeah. There's
So-
some here and there. There's a
Yeah.
high, but yeah, they're
For
they're
the-
down
the
low.
But
majority
not like
are-
last year. They're high when we saw them in the morning. They were coming down,
Yeah.
and then they
Oh,
were sitting
that's
in
what
the
it was
creek.
2 years
Yeah.
ago.
Well, they're feeding
But this is a total.
So they're
different
feeding
winter
high.
We're coming off.
at
Of.
night. They're feeding high. Generally, they feed low.
You gotta think they're coming off a total different winter from 2 years prior.
Well, it's a total different.
There's a lot of
Canyon.
feed here, plain and simple.
There was a lot of feed here last year too.
Yeah. I thought it was shorter though.
It was dry.
It was drier
Last year
because
was a
up there where
lot
they're
drier
eating, I
up
thought
in the
you
high
know
country than it would
they
be
were
this
just
year.
chowing, and you know there was I didn't seem like there was that much, but there was spots. There's more this year, I'm pretty sure.
I bet there was feet of snow up here in the end of June. Still,
Oh yeah.
Up
I
in
mean,
this
there was a lot
area.
of snow up in here when I was up in
2
here.
years ago there probably wasn't much snow.
When I
at
was
all
hiking through
at the end
here
of June.
in the beginning of August, there was still snow in here.
Yeah. You don't know.
I think
how
that makes a
hard
big
to tell how
difference.
much. But it's laying.
well, there was a lot of snow.
Yeah. Okay.
I think they had a significant snowpack up in
I think
here.
it changes because they go up higher later, and they leave the high country later.
But they're
It's
doing
probably-
the same thing they were doing 2 years ago when we popped over here that one day. They're doing the same thing.
Not really, because they were they were moving up.
No, they weren't.
Yeah,
No, they
they
weren't.
moved up to that pass in the morning,
No, I
and they
fucking
would have
watched them.
moved down in the afternoon. They were betting on that side hill 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where they're. I think that's where some of them are betting
No,
now.
Some
there's
of 'em are.
nothing up in there.
Well,
I think there's some of them.
like
there.
they said, sometimes there are. So the majority, I
I
think,
think
are
you're
betting
wrong,
down low.
Danny.
And
That's where Bob just walked through this afternoon.
I know.
If they
'cause
were up
he's
in
been
there,
over there tramping the whole area up.
yeah, but he don't scare anything. He don't even
He just-
step on the ground.
he just shoots at him.
You can
I just float.
blow through an area and you don't even scare anything.
It's a
I could
special
walk
skill.
half this- He's like a ghost.
My dad always talks about floating through the woods like the autumn breeze.
So Robert's
when you're
the ghost and what's
275
Tart?
pounds, I don't know how you do that, but
The Freightliner.
He's pretty good today. I was proud of him.
yesterday morning
He
when
was
I was
following me all day. He was doing good.
glassing,
I love watching you just run bushes and little trees over.
I was up on the pass yesterday morning.
But
I
I seen the two little guys.
Yeah, you seen him.
I was
seen
on
this
them.
way,
I
and
was
he
on
seen
them.
Well, you're
yesterday morning I'm glassing up on the pass and I see these deer moving and I'm like, ooh, there's some deer moving. All of a sudden I just see this person just head down, just hauling ass, wearing shorts and a t-shirt with a pack on.
could you
I'm
feel
like-
the ground shaking?
I'm like, is that Tard? You're like a mile. It's like
What the
easily.
fuck else would it be?
Well, I know. So I'm like waiting. I'm like looking for you to come out, and you'd never
have
come
no
out.
idea how many other
But there's
hunters
just
came
deer
out.
running everywhere. There was deer. You probably didn't know it, but there was just deer running all over the place.
Well, I seen
Well, there was
like,
deer
I heard
all over
doe.
yesterday morning.
Yeah,
I
there's
seen
deer
her
all over
doe.
today.
Deal hard, yeah.
Or I thought they were doe. I mean, I didn't have my binocs on me, but I seen a bunch of doe early
Yeah,
when I was cutting through.
yeah,
I seen all them, but I didn't see no horns.
yeah. That I didn't. Did I?
There was
I
a
don't
good
think I saw any
4x4
horns.
there, and it might be the one you seen when you were hauling the meat. And
I
we
mean-
think it might be the one that I seen last year. He's just
That was a decent.
there's
I
a
mean-
decent buck.
Yeah.
I was 400 or 500 yards away, and he was to the ears.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
that's what I seen.
Oh, so you could tell just that far away. You could tell.
Yeah, there's a
yeah,
good
he's
one in
there.
there.
I mean, I'm sure Velvet adds to it, but
Yeah,
he's
but
there.
he's a good buck.
But think about how wide.
He's got to be on the
Muley
jihad
ears are.
list.
What do you say they are? 20?
At least minimum.
Because they gotta be.
They're probably more like 22.
They're more like 24.
Yeah, they might be.
You think so?
Yep, on a older buck.
Yeah.
Right.
Because the ones like my buck, he was almost 25 at the forks,
Yeah.
but only 20 at the,
He was
beams.
20 down in. Yeah.
and he was inside the ears,
Right.
and he looked narrow,
Yeah, he did. You're right.
and he was narrow.
I'm
but
telling you, this is a good buck.
so
I
if
seen
they're
the
out to
other
their
morning.
ears, they're a good.
I
freaking
thought
buck.
I know I got close to him. I don't know what happened, but I know. I
It's
know
just a
it was
matter of
close.
time. We've been really close the last couple days.
Tomorrow seems like one of those days.
Our
Yeah.
shit is gonna get all fucked.
What kind of day does it seem like to you, Danny?
Where we're gonna shoot $3, come here and
Again.
drink vodka,
Oh yeah, dream on.
come
baby.
over here and drink vodka and eat backstraps all day long.
That
Again.
sounds like
And just eat
sounds like my type of
pills
day.
until
Good
they're
night,
gone.
boys.
Night,
I'll
Robert.
see you in the morning.
Night, night.
I'm
It's
ready
been
to
fun.
rock and roll.
Thanks
Unless
for the
somebody wants
vodka.
me to tag along, I'm gonna go glass in the morning.
You're
I
gonna
think
do
it'd be
some
good to
glass?
have some glass.
Glass.
And,
Keep the radio on,
Yeah, keep in contact.
cause I will follow your direction. Give me north, south, east, west, up, down.
What do
left,
we
right.
want to do with these?
I'm gonna be on the
cans?
both sides of the mountain though. I'm gonna be on that
Okay.
side and this
Yeah.
side. So
What do we
I'm not
like?
gonna
We
be
got
prejudiced.
meat and taters and stuff here. What do we want to do with this stuff?
I
Keister.
was just gonna leave it.
Was that?
Well, I'm gonna pick it up at the end, but no sense bringing it there.
Right.
No, I agree. I just
We haven't had any signs of bear yet, but
knock on wood.
I'd
this
rather
is
have
one
one
way
way
to bring them
fucking,
about.
fucking shit up. Than
I haven't. I'm surprised I haven't seen a. I've done a lot of glass and I haven't seen a bear.
I haven't seen a bear sign either.
No, I haven't seen any bear shit or anything.
So funny thing, was it me and you, Danny? Saw that little lady this morning. She had nice yoga pants on. I'd like to, just see what was on her.
Easy.
Oh yeah, we talked.
You're on the
it's
podcast.
I said I would have liked to. I didn't. I'm married. I can't.
Right, but
But she goes, "Are there bears up here?" I go, haven't seen any. She goes, that's good. And her boyfriend's like, yeah, she's pretty worried about him. I go, but the guy saw a big mountain lion.
And the
they're
bears,
like-
the
they're
bears
like,
can
"What?"
smell the menstruation, so I hope you're.
I go, I wouldn't worry about a bear anyways.
No,
I go, they're not a big deal. I go, the mountain lion though.
the mountain
that's a
lion.
problem.
I'd worry about that.
And
yeah.
she's just like, they're both like, all right. All right.
Did you say something to them about this trail being rough going down?
No, we ask everybody. They don't care.
Because they were like, oh, I heard this trail's real bad. I'm like, nah, it's okay. You'll be all right.
Oh yeah, so it was probably us.
A couple spry young kids like you can make it down there.
Well, we've been asking everybody, like, hey, you've been down this trail?
I've been down it. Tard's been down it. You've been down or just
Dude,
up it?
It's 1,200 feet
It's
from here
Right.
to the trailhead.
it's just
23.
3,000 feet of
so here's
elevation to
the
other
deal.
trailhead.
Here's the deal with this trail. It's single track, right, Tard? It's single track, and it's a lot of
Like,
rocks and stuff.
What I
like,
remember, it was really nice. It's really nice
in the
off the
start.
get go.
Yeah.
Yep,
But
that's
then
what
it
we-
is fucking
that's what-
absolutely hairy, like big rocks. I mean, it's like big steps. It's not like like all this little shit we
So
step
it's like
on.
the beginning of Gore where it's huge steps on the rocks.
Yeah, I would say it's similar.
Yeah, you're
to
doing
that.
like
Yeah.
there's a big elevation climb from bing to bang.
Mhm.
It's not.
And that's what Slicky's other new friend, the Uber driver, said.
I got a
He
list of
said
people
it's
I've met.
halfway,
this
halfway
li-
down, it's really rough, and then the other half is like.
It is. It's you can fly on the other half. It's flat. I mean, it's like a ATV
Yeah.
trail.
Yeah, that's the fun part.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the part that they're thinking about.
I'm
and
wondering
that's the
about-
part that they're telling you about.
Right.
But
I'm
Well,
wondering
the
if
other
we
part
could
fucking
save,
blows.
I'm wondering if we could save ourselves a little bit by just getting meat over the pass and staging it at our last campsite.
This is the second time you brought this up in an
And
hour.
then I know.
You feel pretty good about
just
that.
saying, I think it's a really good idea. Then
Are
we-
you volunteering your services to haul this
No,
over
Hey,
I'm.
if you get to the
I'm
top of the mountain,
just
I'll get it to the rest of the
saying-
way.
the yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Actually, Tard,
Is-
I can get it to the top. Right at this moment in time, I can't go down to the top.
You get to the top of the mountain, I'll get the
I'll get
rest.
to the top.
So that's,
I gotta
that's
know.
Part of, that's
That's-
part of it here.
I
is
can go to the
like,
top.
What
I
is your
guarantee you guys get one mule deer. I'll get that fucker out one trip.
I know you will.
We know.
With me on your back.
We're not worried about the mule deer.
No.
what is the music of choice? I mean, you were locked in there.
Little
Yeah, what do
Lady
you
Gaga.
listen to?
I told you, man. NSYNC,
Is
Backstreet
it
Boys.
Backstreet Boys? You like that?
Backstreet back.
All right. Hold this beat up the
That's
hill.
good. Like, there's good cadence there. You can
Yeah.
kind of keep moving.
Is that how you get your rhythm?
I can't give away my secrets.
You can't give away your secrets.
They're like workout secrets. I just
Whatever it is, it
Can't.
works for you. It was funny because you must have had your headphones in because yesterday morning I was up at the pass and it's not that far. It's maybe 200 yards, and you're at the meet where you were hanging the stage in the meet, and I'm whistling at you trying to get you to turn around. I'm like, hey,
He's-
turn.
Tard gets focused.
And you were like just turned around and you were just gone. And I was on the phone with my wife, and I'm like, Sarah, I gotta go. I go, Tard needs help. So I tried catching up to you when I lost you. I don't know where the hell you went. Like you just disappeared into the rock slide and you're
He
just
gone.
gone. Tonight, okay.
I went like this with all my clothes,
Yeah.
and I just shoved it in my pack, and we ran out of here. And then it was getting cold down there. I'm like, damn it, because
So-
they're all in the clothes pack that I strapped to my backpack.
All right.
Yeah.
So tonight, I have my spotting scope, tripod, binoculars. I got rain gear top and bottom.
Oh, you
I
got
got
everything.
puffy pants, puffy jacket. Did I use fucking any of it? Bugle tube, none of it. Like my pack,
Mm.
I ended up dumping it 3 times to go on my blown stocks. So
Yeah.
you carry all this stuff, and it's like, what do you really need? I'm still wearing the same thing I wore when I left camp, and I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
No,
holy fuck, he's finally learning.
I know right
Yeah.
where I
So I don't need all this stuff.
screwed up.
Holy shit!
And that wind was coming up the hill where me
And how
Danny
much
was
weight
sitting.
has that been that you've been fucking dragging around?
A lot. How much is your? Do you know how much your pack weighs when you?
Carrying it in
Yeah.
with
Like-
a gun?
Yeah.
Oh, it was well over 50.
Yeah. Fuck.
Like
I mean, I'm
50.
at like 70. I'm
50,
easily
what
at
do you think?
70.
It's high 50s.
That's where I need to be. I don't know what I'm doing.
I mean, I think just my pack was 50, but then Encores are heavy. They're
The food.
8.
Food. Like how much food?
Yeah,
are you
yours with
carrying?
Woods probably 8.
no. I carried in 11 days.
But how
11?
much weight did you weigh your food or no?
No, I don't.
That I'm the same way.
See, like my scale is what I step on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't
so
have.
you weigh yourself.
I
then you
don't
put
have. I don't have what Brian has, that hang on thing or whatever.
I did half pay for that scale, but
Yeah, that's Billy's.
it doesn't make a difference.
You didn't have to pay for it. You quarters used it.
I quarters used it.
And Tard's in on it too. Once he, what are we gonna buy?
Arrow cutter.
I want an arrow cutter and I
told-
know you want the balance shaft, the balance thing.
If you guys
I
are
haven't
gonna
even looked into
fucking, if you guys are gonna go it, I'll chip in. I don't give a shit.
Well, if you really want the balance thing, then maybe we'll.
What are you talking about? Balance thing.
Well, the backward stabilizer to balance your bow. That goes up.
Front and back. So you have all the weight. When you pull back, it's completely symmetrical.
Balanced.
That's
So
why
when
it's
you
a
pull
balance
back,
stabilizer.
You know how you
So
have
is that
perfect,
a tool?
No,
You-
it's just a stabilizer.
It's a
that goes out
stabilizer.
on an angle.
Okay.
to
Oh
the
yeah, yeah.
left.
I know. Okay. I've
You have
seen
a
those.
perfect weight forward and you
Yes.
have a perfect weight sideways
Yes.
back, but at least you know what it is.
Yeah.
So we can try.
But
that.
why? But why would we try one? Is Tard just gonna do it?
Why? I mean,
What do we
like,
need?
I do like a lot of 3D shooting in the wintertime,
Yeah.
and it's like that's what guys fuck with.
Those back.
So you
the
can
back
turn the
weights,
weight to
yeah.
where it goes and how much weight you put on it,
Oh, this fucking
and that probably gets your sight level.
right.
You know, and if you have
Sight
that-
level quicker.
Yeah, it balances, especially longer shots, right? A little bit easier to.
Right. But I don't know nothing.
Remember that time we went 3D shooting,
I'm just
Brian and
dummy.
I? Did you wait? You didn't go? No, you didn't go. What the day we went to back in the winter? My brother and I and Danny and Scott went to. What was that? What's that other place called?
I'm not a big fan of 3D shoots.
Well, I lost and broke like 3 arrows in like a 10 target. Just panicking, just
That's
slamming
not-
the trigger.
Dude, that's a bad sign.
I know it is a bad sign. I've been working on it. I was actually in really good shape before the Total Archery Challenge. And,
Total archery challenge. I blew my bow up the night before.
oh, did you hear about that?
Put
No.
it back together.
So
Rumored.
the night before.
I was invited to Total Archery.
Well, I see.
Challenge.
I'm
Yeah,
next
maybe
year.
year.
You're
was that on
coming.
was that on the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah. Next year you're coming.
Hey man, nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect. That's the deal.
You're not perfect.
You're pretty close, Tard.
I'm
You're
far
an
from-
elk
I'm-
killing,
I'm
meat
far-
I just want
hauling.
to sip
I'm far
because
from-
I feel like if me and you
I'm far from
share,
perfect.
that's good. Share something.
Sonny,
I'm
Slicky?
gonna
Yeah,
share.
why not?
I'm gonna share in your elk killing abilities. I'm so proud of you,
I
buddy.
almost killed an elk today.
You did good, buddy.
I did.
And
Oh, what?
You guys need more than that.
No. Fuck you. I gotta kill something
Open
tomorrow.
it up.
Oh, it's
This
two
is
guys,
like
two guys, one
one
cup.
cup.
Thank you.
You're welcome. God, you're too generous.
Friendship.
I know.
First you give us your meat. Second you give us your alcohol. What a guy.
Turtle.
We're gonna
I
have
couldn't.
To we're gonna have to edit.
Oh, there's
a
gonna be
lot.
a significant amount of editing.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
gonna be a lot of
I've, through all the backwoods communication, Robert shot first. He got the. I'm like, well, cool, but I'm disappointed, And then when I find out that you got it, I mean, I was
Yeah, we
I
were all
was
pretty
fucking
jacked up.
just couldn't been more excited. You know what I mean? It's not that I
Do
wouldn't.
you,
want-
do you have your phone on you?
Do
Can we
Let's
see the video? Ooh,
Is
which
that your
pocket?
ball bag or your pocket?
You talking shit to me about where you put your phone. You got that thing keistered.
Yeah, you got yours keistered. He's listening.
Listen,
What?
you guys talk about this keystone thing. That's like that hits close to home sometimes because like
What'd you-
that's
oh,
like-
there's your partner sticker right there. Was that thing keistered?
dude, that's a fucking jail issue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know. Me and
That's a-
Brian,
that's-
if we
That's
ever
a
get
real
stuck-
thing, and you guys talk about it like it's nothing, but that happens.
It is. Have
I
you
mean,
ever had to search a keister?
That's a different.
You don't
podcast.
have to answer that question. You don't have to.
See, I can't. Like, I'm actually in the works or something, so I gotta like think about this here. Which one is this?
So, anyways, I just want to let you know that I couldn't have been happier to find out that, you whacked it good. Like I said, couldn't be happier
Yeah.
for Robert if he shot it, but
But he's shot elk before.
he shot elk before,
Right.
and I just was hoping that, you know, it was you.
Got some nudie pics?
Ooh, well, I see.
Oh, I see a 41-second video. That's got to be it.
I think it is.
Let's see it.
Yep, this is it.
Is that the bull right there?
I don't see him.
He's coming in right there. Center mass.
Mm-hmm.
That wind was howling.
So I fucking whipped the phone down. Wait. Wait.
Hearing the crash.
What did you get him? No idea.
That's awesome.
Who said that?
I did. You can't see him sitting right
So,
there.
I see him.
so what did the bull run and then stop?
Yeah, look at it.
Yeah. He's quarter two.
He's fucking coming right at us. I mean, that's.
I love the fucking sound of gunshots. You think
This game on now, bitch. Ready?
No idea.
Who said did you get him?
Bob.
You took a quick shot though, right?
Dude, he's running.
Oh, he's running when he shot? I thought he stopped.
When you shot him, he was running?
No, he's running.
Wow, that's awesome. Hard shot on the run.
Yeah, but it wasn't planned. Like
Just a
not at
point
all.
and shoot.
What are you running for sights? Did you use a peep sight?
Yeah.
You got the peep.
Yeah. Well, I got.
Did you do that front sight?
I did.
The crosshairs?
I did, but I needed it when I was putting it on the range.
Yeah.
I needed it to get raised, so I had to have a custom.
Like a plate thing? Shim or something?
Well, it had to get shimmed, or I had to get you know, your ramp to
Yeah.
go higher.
What's
Did you get him? No.
The ramp had to go higher.
Yeah.
But then I went and talked to the gunsmith, and he's like, "You're a fool because you're hunting in the pines and stuff." He's like,
just use
"Just stick with what you got.
just use the
because-
bead.
because you're gonna be shooting in low light conditions." and-
Yeah. So you just have the front bead and then the peep sight.
Yeah. What are you laughing at?
Did you get him? No idea.
Dude,
You just
I-
pulled up and
I fucking pull up the. I mean, you see tan.
Yeah.
It's like, you remember when I shot that one? You're like, "Well, where'd you put it on?" I'm like,
Who the
"Dude,
fuck
I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
I put it on a fucking piece of fucking tan, and I fucking pulled the trigger. I don't fucking know. I was shaking like a leaf on a fucking tree. I don't know what the fuck's going on."
You weren't shaking taking that video though. I'm impressed.
Yeah, that was fairly impressive.
That's awesome.
Maybe that's why it was so smooth, because I wasn't the shooter.
You were on the money.
Yeah, you weren't the original
wa- I
shooter.
wasn't-
I should give you my GoPro tomorrow and you just wear that thing around, just record everything. As there's just boom, 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 boom.
There's nothing better
Yeah.
than the sound
Did you hit
of a
him? No
gunshot.
idea. And then we'll just be, oh, got a dead one here. Oh, got a dead one over here. They're coming down off that hill at sunup, and
They're
they're
gonna
just
come
be,
down. It's not gonna be good. For
It's
them.
not gonna be good. They're gonna be stacked up. Thanks, Colonel.
I need to go to bed.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not tired, but
This can make me sleeping like a baby.
Yeah.
I don't know why you were laughing though, Brian. Did I say something funny? am I a fucking clown?
do I look like a clown?